A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up here if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in a word. Tradition! Tradition, 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 tradition. Because of our traditions, we have kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have tradition for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered, and we always wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition start? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. Because of our traditions, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has a right as master of the house to have the final word at home? The Papa, the Papa.
And in the circle of our village, we have always had our special types. For instance, Yente, the matchmaker.
Oh, Rom, I found a perfect match for your son. A wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rahel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Oh, but she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Rom. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Reb Nahum, the beggar.
All for the poor, all for the poor.
Here, Reb Nahum is 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck, last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
You had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And, most important, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
His Honor the Priest, and His Honor, and many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. And among ourselves we get along perfectly well. Of course, there was a time when he sold him a horse, but he delivered a mule. But that's all settled now. Now we live in simple peace and harmony.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
It was a mule. It was a mule, I tell you. It was a
Tradition. Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Mama, where do we put these? On my head. By the stove, foolish girl. Where's Hava?
She's in the barn milking.
When will Papa be home? It's almost Sabbath, and he worries a lot when he'll be home. All day long riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know Papa works hard.
His horse works harder, and you don't have to defend your papa to me. I know him a little longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Sprinza, bring me more potatoes. Hava, did you finish milking the cow?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again? Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mommy, Yente's coming. She's down the road. I wonder if she's finally found a good match for you, Sidle.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
Go finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
Oh, but Mama, the man she finds. The last one was so old and he was bald. He had no hair.
A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair, marry a monkey.
But Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old.
Shut up! Do you have to boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the evil eye? Inside.
Golda, darling, I had to see you. I have such news for you. And where are your daughters? Outside? No? Good. Such diamonds. Such jewels. You'll see, Golda. I'll find every one of them a husband. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow. Alone. Nobody to talk to. Nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him, and even thinking of him brings me no pleasure. Because you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Seidel in the house?
But she's busy. You can come back later.
Model, I thought I heard you.
Finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
What does that poor little tailor Martha want with Seidel?
They've been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play. What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Mottle, he's a nothing yet.
Ah, children, children. They were your blessing in your old age. But my Aaron, may he rest in peace, couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was good as gold, never raised his voice to me. But otherwise, he was not much of a man. So what good is it if he never raised his voice? But what's the use complaining? Other women enjoy complaining. But not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. Well, I must prepare my poor Sabbath table. So goodbye, Golda, and it was a pleasure talking our hearts out to one another.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
Oh, I'm losing my head. One day it will fall off altogether and a horse will kick it into the mud and goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Lazy Wolf, the butcher. A good man, a fine man. And I don't have to tell you that he's well off, but he's lonely, the poor man. After all, a widower, you understand. Of course you do. To keep it short, out of the whole town he's cast his iron title.
My title?
No, the Tsar's title. Of course your title.
Such a match for my title. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like Laser.
Fine, so he won't marry him. Laser wants the daughter, not the father. Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Laser discuss it himself. He's a good man, a wealthy man. True? Of course, true. And you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which anyway, Laser will pay, gives me satisfaction to make people happy. What other satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you are welcome.
What did she want, Mama? When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish what you were doing.
I wonder if Yenta's finally found a good match for you, Seidel.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband. Not unless it's Motto the tailor. Didn't ask you.
Seidel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me.
And after her, one for me.
So if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta!
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves.
She might bring someone wonderful.
Someone interesting.
And well off.
Important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see.
For Papa, make him a scholar.
Mama, make him rich as a king.
For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in a match, Hava? I thought you just had your eye on your books. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son.
Why not? We only have one rabbi, and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a poor girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right? Of course, right. For you. He's handsome. He's young. All right, he's 62. But he's a nice man, a good catch. True? True. I promise you'll be happy. And even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Hava, I found him. Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall. That is from side to side, but he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper. He'll beat you every night, but only when he's sober. So you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I'll do the best I can. With no dowry, no money, no family background. Be glad you've got a man. Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please, take your time.
Up to
Today I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye. Bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? You know, sometimes I think, when things are too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see, what kind of mischief can I play on my friend Tevye?
You're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith's for the Sabbath.
Hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-dig-a-dig-a-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard, diddle-diddle-diddle-dig-a-dig-a-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty rich, digga-digga-diddle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. Fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down. One more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud quack and a clock and a gobble and a honk will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-dig-a-dig-a-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard, diddle-diddle-diddle-dig-a-dig-a-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty rich, digga-digga-diddle-diddle man, I'd see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oi, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important man in town would come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Reb Tevye, pardon me, Reb Tevye, causing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Bye, 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 bye. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich,
Forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Reb Mordecai, I had a little accident with my horse.
Reb Tevye, you didn't bring the rabbi's order.
I know, Reb Mendel.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
This is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it? What does it say?
In a village called Brzezinka, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
Now, for what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague.
Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I only read it. It was an edict from the authorities.
May the authorities start itching places they can't reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You all curse and chatter and don't do anything. You'll all chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village.
No,
And where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student at the university there.
Aha, the university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That is where I learned there's more to life than just talk. You must know what is going on in the outside world.
Why should I break my head around the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it lands in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
He's right, he's right. How can they both be right?
Yes.
You know, you are also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath. 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 Good Sabbath.
And the rabbi's order? My cheese?
So you're from Kiev, Reb
Perchik.
Perchik. So you're a newcomer here. As Abraham said, I'm a stranger in a strange land.
That was Moses.
Forgive me, as King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
Also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese?
Here, have a piece.
I have no money, and I'm not a beggar.
Here, it's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For your sake.
Thank you. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it is the rich who are criminals. One day, their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make these miracles come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes, Reperchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn. Girls are people too.
Oh, radical.
I would be willing to teach them. Open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts.
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
I am a very poor man. Food for lessons. Good. Stay the Sabbath with us. Of course, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Now, where in the good book does it say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere it has something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, children. Children, this is Perchik. Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. You have a pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. 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 This is not mine. Patrick, this is Mortal Camsoil, and
So you did me a favor and came in.
this is also mine. Golda, this is Patrick from Kiev. He is staying the Sabbath with us. He's a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I'm a really good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once, the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of one.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The which she gets from me. As the good book says,
The good book can wait, get washed.
tongue she gets from her mother.
Mottle, you'll also be eating with us. Of course, another blessing. Seitel, 2 more. Sprints of Bielka, get washed. Get the table.
Mottle can help me.
Of course. Hava, you go too. You can wash outside at the well. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be different?
Tevye, I have to tell you.
I'm praying.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher. About what?
I don't know, only that he says it is important.
What can be important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
Talk about what? If he's thinking about buying my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. At least you can talk to him.
Talk about what? He wants my new milk cow.
Talk to him.
All right. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him.
Mottle, Yenta was here.
I saw her.
They agree on someone that would be a match, and then it would be too late for us.
Don't worry, Seidel. I found someone who will sell me his used sewing machine. So then, in a few weeks, once I've saved up enough money to buy it, your father will be impressed with me, and...
But Mottle, a few weeks may be too late.
What else can we do?
You could ask my father for my hand tonight. Now.
Why should he consider me now? I'm only a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman.
Seidel, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. He'll yell at me.
Mottle!
I'm just a poor tailor.
Mottle, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
Well, I guess.
You talk to him. Will you talk to him?
All right, I'll talk to him.
It's late. Where is everybody? Late.
Reb Tevye.
Come, children. We're lighting the candle.
Reb Tevye. Reb Tevye. Reb Tevye.
Yes, what is it? Well, Mortal, what is it?
Good Sabbath, Reb Tevye.
Good Sabbath, good Sabbath. Come, children, come.
May the Lord protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger. vodka.
Yes, Lizard.
Bring me a bottle of your best and 2 goblets.
What's the occasion? Getting ready for a party?
There may be a party. There might even be a wedding.
A wedding. Wonderful. And I'll be happy to make the wedding merry, do the dancing and so forth. For a small fee, naturally.
Naturally. A wedding is no wedding without you and your fee.
Good evening.
Like a drink. Stop.
Vodka? Shots?
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening.
Evening, Tevye. You're here early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening, Reblazer.
Ah, Tevye, sit down. Have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
How goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
How's your brother-in-law in America?
I believe he is doing very well.
He wrote you.
Not lately.
Then how do you know?
If he was doing badly, he would write. May I?
Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you.
Yes, I do, Reblazer, but there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes. Why should I get rid of her?
Well, you have a few more without her.
I see. Today you want 1, tomorrow you may want 2.
2? What would I do with 2?
The same as you do with 1.
Tevye, this is very important to me.
Why is it so important to you?
Frankly, because I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
We're talking about my new milk cow. The one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow, so I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
I was talking about your daughter Seitel.
My daughter, Seitel.
Of course your daughter Seitel. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me, Tevye. I like her. And as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm well off. I have my own house, a good store, and a servant. Tevye, why must we try and impress each other? Let's just shake hands and call it a match. And I will be good to her. You won't need to buy a dowry for her either. You may even find something in your own purse, too.
Shame on you! Shame! What do you mean, my purse? My Seitel is not the sort I would sell for money.
All right, as you say. We won't talk about money. The main thing is, let's get it done with. And I will be good to her, Tevye. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You can have a fine conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everybody has to be a scholar. If you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. And with a butcher, my daughter will surely never know hunger. But he has a problem. He's much older than her. That's her problem, but she's younger, that's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher, but I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. He will try to make her happy. What do I think? It's a match.
You agree?
I agree.
I tell you, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
No, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. And most important, life to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. Here's to their father I've tried to be.
Here's to my pride to be.
Bring l'chaim to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and proving us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. To Zeitl, my daughter.
My wife! It gives you something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink l'chaim to life.
Red vodka! Yes, sir. Drinks for everybody!
What's the occasion?
I'm taking myself a bride.
Who is it?
Champions only. Cycle!
To Tevye.
My wife!
May all your futures be pleasant ones, not mine are present ones. Bring l'chaim to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. It takes a wedding to make us say, let's live another day. Bring l'chaim to life. Raise a glass and sip a drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck that favored you. We know that when good fortune favors two, such many stands to reason we deserve it too. Us and our good fortune, be happy, be healthy, long life. And if our good fortune never comes, here's to whatever comes. Drink l'chaim to life.
are going to be my papa.
Your papa! I always wanted a son, but one a little younger than myself.
Good evening.
Good evening, Constable.
What's the celebration?
Tevye is marrying off his oldest daughter.
Oh, may I offer my congratulations, Tevye?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tevye, I have a bit of news to share with you, as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm telling you this because I like you. You're a decent, honest person, even if you are a Jewish dog.
How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news?
We have received word that sometime soon this district is to receive a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom? Here?
No, just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious, just some mischief so that an inspector comes by to see that we've done our duty. Personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people, but I felt like I could tell you and you could tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You are a good man. If I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. Congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Goodbye. Dear God, did you have to send me news like that? Today of all days. It's true that we are the chosen people, but once in a while, can't you choose someone else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my recital. L'chaim!
Now, children, today I will tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together, all right? Good. Now, Laban had 2 daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel, and Jacob loved the younger Rachel, so he asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years. He was an employer. Now, after Jacob worked for Laban for 7 years, do you know what happened? Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter Leah. So, to marry Rachel, Jacob was forced to work another 7 years. You see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us you must never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, Bridget.
Good. Now,
Papa isn't up yet.
No, Mama.
Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Put that away and clean the barn. Call me when Papa gets up.
That was an interesting lesson for a chick.
do you think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, with the rabbi's son.
My sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know about him except that he is the rabbi's son? Would you be more interested in him if he were the shoemaker's son? Or the tinsmith's son, perhaps?
At least I know this. He doesn't have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, "Let there be light."
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally. Good day.
You have spirit. Even a little intelligence, perhaps.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it is a rusty tool. Good day, Huddle.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our ways are changing everywhere but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls should not even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
Yes, well, you are very brave. Do you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without the permission of a matchmaker. They hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances like this. I learned it in Kiev. Do you like it?
It's very nice.
There, we've just changed an old custom.
Yes, well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day.
Good day, Pavel.
Yelka, Sprinzer. What's your name?
Hodl, Papa.
Where is Seitel?
She's in the barn.
Call her out. Reperchik, how did the lesson go today?
I think we made a good beginning.
You're finally up. What happened last night besides your drinking like a peasant? Did you see Laserwolf? What did he say? What did you say? Do you have news?
Patience, woman. As the good book says, good news will stay, and bad news will refuse to leave. There's another saying.
You could die from such a man.
Ah, Seitel, my lamb, come here. Seitel, you are to be congratulated. You are going to be married.
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it.
What do you say?
What can she say? My firstborn a bride. May you grow old with him in fortune and honor. Not like Frumasera, that first wife of his. She was a bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Seitel. Now I must go thank Yenta. My Seitel, a bride.
Mazel tov, Seitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And you, Reperchik, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Seitel. We're getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
It is no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
Oh, may the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. Seitel knows I only mean her welfare. Isn't that right, Seitel?
Yes, Papa.
There, you see.
I see. I see very well.
Seitel, my child, why are you so silent? Aren't you happy with this blessing?
Oh, Papa.
What is it? Tell me.
I don't want to marry him, Papa. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll take ditches. I'll haul rocks. Just don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
What's wrong with Laser? He likes you.
I won't be unhappy with him. All my days, I'll be unhappy. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
But we made an agreement. With us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Don't force me, Papa. I'll be unhappy all my days.
All right. I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
It seems it was not ordained that you should have all the comforts of life, or that we should have a little joy in our old age after all our hard work.
Reptevia! Reptevia, I need to speak with you.
Later, mortal. Later.
I would like to speak with you.
Not now, mortal. I have problems.
That's what I want to speak to you about. I think I can help.
Certainly, like a bandage can help a corpse. Goodbye, mortal. Goodbye.
Oh, at least listen to him, Papa.
All right, you have a tongue. Talk.
Reptevia, I hear you're arranging a match for Seitel.
He also has ears.
I have a match for Seitel.
What kind of match?
Perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
Perfect fit. Made to measure. Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who it is.
Please don't shout at me, Reptevia.
All right. Who is it?
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 It's me. Myself.
Him. Himself. Either you're completely out of your mind, or you're crazy. You must be crazy. Arranging a match for yourself. What are you? Everything. The bridegroom, the matchmaker, the guests all rolled into one. I suppose you'll even perform the ceremony. You must be crazy.
Please don't shout at me, Reptevia. As for being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
Unusual. It's crazy.
Times are changing, Reptevia. Thing is, your daughter Sila and I gave each other our pledge more than a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other your pledge.
Yes, Papa. We gave each other a pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of. Absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? What do you think you're doing? You stitcher! You nothing! Who do you think you are? King Solomon! This isn't the way it's done. Not here. Not now. Some things I will not, I cannot allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the Pope. Oh, this should never be changed. One little time you pull at a prop, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I still have something to say about my daughter, or doesn't anyone have to ask a father anymore?
I've wanted to ask you for some time, Reptevia. I wanted to save up for my own sewing machine first.
Stop talking nonsense. You are just a poor tailor.
It's true, Reptevia. But even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. I promise you, Reptevia, your daughter will not starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. On the other hand, what kind of match would that be with a poor tailor? On the other hand, he is an honest, hard worker. On the other hand, he has absolutely nothing. On the other hand, things could not get worse for him. They could only get better. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, unthinkable. But look at my daughter's face. She loves him. She wants him. Look at my daughter's eyes, so hopeful. Tradition! Very well. When shall we make the wedding?
Thank you, Papa.
Oh, Reptevia, you won't be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already!
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa. They pledged their troth. Modern children. Golda. What will I tell Golda? What am I going to do about Golda? Help!
Oh, Model, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle! Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles, led him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took the tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles, led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me.
What's the matter with you? Why are you howling like that?
Where is she? Where is she?
Where's who? What are you talking about?
Through Miss Sarah. Laser Wolf's first wife from Miss Sarah. She was standing here a minute ago.
What's the matter with you, Tevya? Fruma Sarah has been dead for years. You must have been dreaming. Tell me what you dreamt, and I'll tell you what it meant.
It was terrible.
Tell me.
All right. Only don't be frightened.
Tell me.
All right. In the beginning, I dreamt that we were having a celebration of some kind. Everyone we knew was there, and musicians, too. In the middle of the dream, in walks your grandmother, Cycle. May she rest in peace.
Grandmother Cycle? How did she look?
For a woman who is dead 30 years, she looked very good. Naturally, I went up to greet her. She said to me,
A blessing on your head. To see a daughter wed. And such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The tailor Mottle Gemsoil.
Mottle!
A worthy boy is he. Of pious family. They named him after my dear uncle Mordechai, the tailor Mottle Gemsoil.
The tailor. She must have heard wrong. She meant the butcher.
You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean the butcher, Grandma, by the name of Laser Wolf.
No! I mean the tailor, Della. My great-grandchild, my little title, you named for me. Mottle's bride was meant to be. For such a magic rose. In heaven it was made. A fine, outstanding boy, a comfort and a joy, the tailor Mottle Chemsoil.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Laser Wolf.
No, no, no! So you announced it, Tanya. That's your headache. And as for Laser Wolf, I say to you, Tanya, that's your headache too! A blessing of your house, mazel tov, mazel tov. Such a spouse, mazel tov, mazel tov. Such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw.
It was a butcher. It was Laser Wolf, the tailor
give my belongings to a total stranger? How can you allow it all? How can you let your daughter take my place? Live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes, pearls. Oh! Pearls! 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 Such a learned man is tell you wouldn't let it happen. Tell me that it isn't true and that I wouldn't worry. Say you didn't give your blessing to your daughter's marriage. Let me tell you what would follow such a fatal wedding. If Sidle marries Laser Wolf, I pity them both. She'll live with him 3 weeks. And when 3 weeks are up, I'll come to her by night. I'll take her by the throat. And then I'll give her Sidle. Then I'll give her Sidle. Then I'll give her Sidle. If I wanted presents, it's an evil spirit! May it fall into the river! May it sink into the earth! Such a dark and horrible dream! And to think it was brought on by that butcher! If my grandmother Sidle, may she rest in peace, took the trouble to come all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, all we can say is that it is all for the best and couldn't possibly get any better. Amen!
Amen.
A blessing on my head, mazel tov, like Grandma Sidle said, mazel tov, we'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw, the tailor Mottle Camsoil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov,
we had when we began.
mazel tov,
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
the tailor Mottle Camsoil.
The tailor Mottle Camsoil. The tailor Mottle Camsoil. The tailor Mottle Camsoil.
Bagels! Fresh bagels!
Did you hear? Taffy Sidle's marrying Model, not as a wolf.
No!
Yes.
Sidle's marrying Model?
Yes.
Mazel tov, Model!
Mazel tov, Mazel.
Hey, what's all the commotion?
It's Stephanie Sidle. She's going to marry...
Laser Wolf, the butcher, I know.
No, Model the tailor.
Model the tailor. That's terrible.
Mazel tov, Model.
Imagine, Sidle's marrying Model. I can't believe it. What's wrong with my son Model? Oh, excuse me, Chantal. Mazel tov.
It's mazel tov, Mom.
Mazel tov.
Yusuf, do you have a wedding hat for me?
Laser Wolf ordered a wedding hat, but it's not.
Well, got his bride, I can get his hat.
Come, Model, come.
Oh, Hava, can you watch the shop for a few minutes, please?
Of course.
Thank you, I'll be back soon.
Mazel tov, Model, mazel tov, Model.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mazel tov, Hava.
Yeah, Mazel tov, Hava.
Please, may I pass?
Why, we're congratulating you.
Yeah, Mazel tov, Hava.
All right, stop it.
What's wrong with you?
Just stop it.
Now listen here, Fiedka.
Goodbye, Sasha. I said goodbye. I'm sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Is there something you want?
Yes. I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the booksellers. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? You feel about us the way they feel about you. I didn't think you would.
And what do you know about me?
Well, let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow. Charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright. And very modest.
We shouldn't be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Go ahead. Take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. He happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're quite right. Good. And when you return it, we can talk about it. How we feel about things. And it can all turn out quite pleasant.
Oh, Pietka, can I do something for you?
No, thank you.
Oh, you almost forgot your book.
No, it's mine.
Thank you, Hava.
Good day, Hava.
Good day.
Pietka.
Good day, Fjedka.
Is there a canopy
friends, we are gathered here to share the joy of the newlyweds model and Sidle. May they live together in peace to a ripe old age. Amen.
Amen.
And here comes our beloved rabbi. He be with us for many, many years. Amen.
Amen.
Now, the wise parents would like to announce a few gifts they have given the newlyweds. A new feather bed, a pair of pillows.
Goose pillows.
Goose pillows. And this pair of candlesticks. Now let us not in our joy tonight forget those who are no longer with us. The dear departed who lived in pain, in poverty, and hardship, but who died in pain, poverty, and hardship. But enough tears. Let us be merry and content, like our good friend, Laser Wolf, who has everything in the world except a bride. But Laser has no ill feelings. In fact, he has a gift he would like to announce himself. Come, Laser.
As he said, I have no ill feelings. What's done is done. I'm giving the newlyweds 5 chickens. 1 for each of the first 5 Sabbaths of their wedded life.
Reb Laser, you are a decent man. In the name of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gift. There's a famous saying that...
I'm not marrying your daughter. I don't have to listen to your saying.
If you would listen a second, I was only going to say...
Why should I listen to you? A man who breaks an agreement. I have a right to talk.
What right? This is not your wedding!
But it should have been! But he shamed me in front of the whole village!
Sir, quiet! The Rabbi, say something.
I say, let's sit down.
We all heard the wise words of the rabbi.
Now, I've prepared a little song.
You can keep your diseased chicken!
We might keep it out of it! We made a bargain!
The turn one settled!
We drank on it!
The turn one settled!
I had a son!
Once a butcher, always a butcher!
Quiet! What is all the screaming about? They drank on it. An agreement, a sign. It's all nonsense. Seidel wanted to marry Model and not Laser.
A young girl decide for herself?
Why not? Yes. They love each other.
Love.
Terrible!
He's a radical!
What happens to the matchmaker?
I say.
I know! Let's sit down!
Musicians, play, a dance. This is a wedding.
Some wedding.
What's he doing?
Magic!
Who will dance with me?
That's a sin!
It's no sin to dance at a wedding.
That's what comes from bringing a wild man into your house.
He's not a wild man! His ideas are a little different, but...
That's a sin!
It's no sin. Ask the rabbi. Go on, ask him.
Well, Rabbi,
Dancing. Well, it's not exactly forbidden.
there you see! It's not forbidden!
And it's no sin. Now will somebody dance with me?
Huddle!
It's only a dance, Mama.
Play.
I can't stop her, Yenta.
Look at Debbie's daughter!
I can see she's dancing! And I will dance with my wife, Golden!
we've come at a bad time, Tevye. I'm sorry, but the orders are for tonight. For the whole village. Go on, play.
All right, men. All right, that's enough.
I am genuinely sorry, Tevye. You understand?
Of course.
Come, men.
Take him in the house.
What are you all standing around for? Clean up. Clean up. Quite a dowry you gave my daughter, Seitel, at her wedding. Was that necessary? Anyway, Mortal and Seitel have been married almost 2 months now. They work very hard. They're as poor as synagogue mice. But they are both so happy. They don't know how miserable they are. Mortal keeps talking about a sewing machine. I know you're a very busy god. Wars and revolutions, floods, plagues. All those little things that bring people to you. Couldn't you take a second away from your catastrophes and get it for him? How much trouble could it be? Oh, and while you're in the neighborhood, my horse's left leg is... Am I bothering you too much? I'm sorry. As the good book says. Why should I tell you what the good book says?
Please don't be upset, Hoddle.
Why should I be upset? If you must leave, you must.
I do have to. They expect me in Kiev tomorrow morning.
So you told me. Then goodbye.
Great changes are about to take place in this country. Tremendous changes, but they can't happen by themselves.
So naturally, you feel like you personally
Not only me! Many people. Jews, Gentiles, many people hate what is going on, don't you understand?
I understand, of course. You want to leave. Then goodbye.
Hoddle, your father! The others. They think that what happened at Zeidel's wedding was just a little cloudburst and everything will be peaceful again. Well, it won't. Horrible things are happening all over the land. Pogroms, violence. Whole villages are being emptied of their people. It's reaching everywhere, and it will reach here. You understand?
Yes, I suppose I do.
I have work to do. The greatest work a man can do.
And goodbye, Pritchett.
Before I go, there is a certain question I wish to discuss with you.
Yes?
A political question.
What is it?
The question of marriage.
This is a political question?
In a theoretical sense, yes. The relationship between a man and a woman known as marriage is based on mutual beliefs, a common attitude and philosophy towards society.
And affection.
And affection. This relationship has positive social values. It reflects a unity and a solidarity.
And affection.
Yes, and well, I personally am in favor of it. Do you understand?
I think you're asking me to marry you.
In a theoretical sense, yes, I believe I am.
I was hoping you were.
But then I take it to approve, and we can consider ourselves engaged even though I'm going away. Oh, I'm very happy, Hoddle. Very happy.
So Perchik. Perchik, what's the matter?
I used to tell myself that I had everything, but that was only half true. I had an aim in life, and that was everything, but now I even have you. I have something that I would die for, someone that I can live for too. Yes, now I have everything, not only everything, I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for. I used to wonder, could there be a wife to share such a difficult, wandering kind of life?
I was only out of sight, waiting right here.
Who knows tomorrow where our home will be?
I'll be with you, and that's home enough for me.
Everything is right at hand, simple and clear. I have something that I would die for, someone that I can live for too. Yes, now I have everything, not only everything, I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for. I will send for you as soon as I can. It'll be a hard life, Hoddle.
But it will be less hard if we live it together.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Reptevia. I have some bad news. I must leave this place.
When?
As soon as possible.
I'm sorry to hear that. We will all miss you.
But I also have some good news. We're engaged.
Engaged?
Yes, Papa. We're engaged.
No, you're not. I know you like him, and he likes you, but you're going away and you're staying here. So go in good health, Perchik. And my answer is no.
Please, Papa, you don't understand.
I understand. I gave my permission to Mortal and Citral, so you feel you also have a right. I'm sorry, Perchik, I like you, but you're going away. So go in good health, and my answer is still no.
You don't understand, Papa.
You're not listening. I say no. I'm sorry, Hoddle, but we'll find someone else for you here in Anatevka.
Reptevia, we are not asking for your permission, only for your blessing.
You're not asking for my permission.
But we would like your blessing, Papa.
I can't believe my own ears. My blessing. For what? For going over my head. Impossible. At least with Citral and Mortal, they ask me, they beg me. But now if I like it or not, she'll marry him. So what do you want from me? Go on, be wed, and tear out my beard and uncover my head. Tradition, they're not even asking permission from their papa. What's happening to the tradition? One little time I pulled out a thread, and where has it led? Where has it led? Where has it led? To this. A man tells me he is getting married, he doesn't ask me. He tells me. But first he abandons her.
He's not abandoning me, Papa.
I will send for her as soon as I can and marry her. I love her.
He loves her. Love. It's a new style. On the other hand, our old ways were once new, weren't they? On the other hand, they decided without parents, without a matchmaker. After all, did Adam and Eve have a matchmaker? Yes, they did. Then it seems these two have the same matchmaker. They're going over my head, unheard of, absurd. For this they want to be blessed, impossible. I'll lock her up in a room. I couldn't. I should. But look at my daughter's eyes. She loves him. Tradition. Very well, children. You have my blessing and my permission.
Oh, thank you, Papa. You have no idea how happy that makes me.
What else could I do?
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa. What will I tell your mother? Another dream.
Perhaps that I'm going to visit a rich uncle or something like that.
Please, Birchick, I can handle my own wife. Golda! Golda! Hello, Golda. I was just talking to Birchick and Hoddle.
Well?
They seem to be very fond of each other.
Well?
I have decided to give them my permission to become engaged. I have to go.
What? Just like this, without even asking me?
Who asked you? I'm the father!
Who is he? A pauper! He has nothing, absolutely nothing!
I wouldn't say that. I hear he has a rich uncle. A very rich uncle. He is a good man, Golda. I like him. He's a little crazy, but I like him. What's more important, Otto likes him. Otto loves him. So what can we do? It's a new world. A new world. Love. Golda, do you love me?
Do I what?
Do you love me?
Do I love you? With our daughters getting married and this trouble in the town, you're upset, you're worn out, go inside, go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
Golda, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool.
I know, but do you love me?
Do I love you? For 25 years I've washed your clothes, cooked your meals, cleaned your house, given you children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
Golda, the first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we'd learn to love each other. So now I'm asking Golda, do you love me?
I'm your wife.
I know, but do you love me?
Do I love him? For 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
Then you love me.
I suppose I do.
And I suppose I love you too. It doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years,
seen them together.
You saw Hava with Fiedka?
Would I make it up? Oh, and side note, I happened to be at the post office today, and the postman told me there was a letter for your sister Hoddle.
Oh, wonderful. I'll go get that now.
I got it. It's from her intended Perchik.
Ada will be so happy. But it's open.
It happened to be open. Yeah. Rivka, I have such news for you! Great news, what? Remember Perchik, that crazy student? Remember at the wedding, when Seidel married Mono, and Perchik started dancing with Tevye's daughter Hoddle? Well, I just learned that Perchik's been arrested in Kiev. No! Yes! What comes from men and women dancing?
You don't have to wait for the train, Papa. You'll be late for your customers.
Just a few more minutes. So is he in bad trouble, that hero of yours? Arrested and convicted.
Yes, but he did nothing wrong. He cares nothing for himself. Everything he does is for humanity.
But if he did nothing wrong, then he wouldn't be in trouble.
How can you say that? What wrongs did Joseph do and Abraham and Moses? And they had troubles.
Then why won't you tell me where he is now? This Joseph of yours.
It's far, Papa. Terribly far. He's in a settlement in Siberia.
Siberia? And he asks you to leave your father and mother and join him in that frozen wasteland and marry him there.
No, Papa. He did not ask me to go. I want to go. I don't want him to be alone. I want to help him in his work. It's the greatest work a man can do.
But Model, baby.
Papa. How can I hope to make you understand why I do what I do? Why I must travel to a distant land, far from the home I love. Once I was happily content to be
And who, my child, will there be to perform a marriage there in the wilderness?
I promise you, we will be married under a canopy.
No doubt, a rabbi or two was also convicted. Well, send him my regards, this Moses of yours. I always thought he was a good man. Tell him I rely on his honor to treat my daughter well. Tell him that.
But who knows when we shall see each other again.
And we shall leave it in his hands. Take care of her. See that she dresses warm.
Good morning. Did you hear the news? There's a new arrival at Model and Sidles.
A new arrival at Model and Sidles. I must congratulate you.
Rabbi, did you hear the news? There's a new arrival at Model and Sidles.
Really?
Mazel tov.
Mazel
tov.
Where are you running? To my boy, Models. There's a new arrival there.
Mazel tov, Mazel tov, Mazel tov.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You got it!
I got it.
Oh, model, it's beautiful.
I know.
Have you tried it yet?
Yes. Look,
Beautiful.
I know. And in less than a minute. Now on, my clothes will be perfect. Made by machine. No more handmade clothes.
The rabbi.
Rabbi, look. My new sewing machine.
Mazel tov.
Rabbi, is there a blessing for a new sewing machine?
There is a blessing for everything. Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. And the baby. How is the baby?
He's a wonderful mama.
Good day, Fiatka.
Good day. I came for the shirt.
Yes. It's ready.
Thank you.
Look, our new sewing machine.
I see. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening, Fiatka.
How does it work?
Oh, it's an amazing thing. You work it with your hand and your foot.
They still don't know about us? You must tell them.
I will, but I'm afraid.
Hava, let me talk to your father.
No, that'd be the worst thing, I'm sure of it.
Let me try.
No, I'll talk to him. I promise.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good day.
Good day. What were you and he talking about?
Nothing, we were just talking. Papa, Fiatka and I have known each other.
Chava, I would be much happier if you would remain friends from a distance. You must not forget who you are and who that man is.
He has a name, Papa.
Of course, all creatures on earth have a name.
Fiatka's not a creature, Papa. Fiatka is a man.
Who says that he isn't? It's just he is a different kind of man. As the good book says, each shall seek his own kind, which translated means a bird may love a fish, but where would they build a home together?
The world is changing, Papa.
No. Some things do not change for us. Some things will never change.
We don't feel that way.
We?
Fiatka and I. We want to be married.
Are you out of your mind? Don't you know what this means? Marrying outside the faith.
But Papa, we...
No, Chava! I said no. Never talk about this again. Never mention his name again. Never see him again. Do you understand me?
Yes, Papa. I understand you. You're finally here. Come home. It's time for supper.
I want to see Mottle's new machine.
You'll see it some other time. It's late.
Quiet, woman, before I get angry. And when I get angry, even flies don't dare to fly.
I'm very frightened of you. After we finish supper, I'll faint. Come home.
Golden, I am the man in the family. I am the head of the house. I want to see Mottle's new machine. Now! Now let's go home. How long can that miserable horse of mine complain about his leg? Dear God, if I can walk on 2 legs, why can't he walk on 3? I know I'm very upset with him. He's one of your creatures and he has the same rights as I have. The right to be sick, the right to be hungry, the right to work like a horse. And, dear God, I'm sick and tired of pulling this cart. I know, I should push it a while. What is it?
It's Hava. She left home this morning with Bianca.
What?
I looked all over for her. I even went to the priest. He told me they were married.
Married? Go home, Golden. We have other children at home. Go home, Golden. You have work to do. I have work to do.
But Hava!
Hava is dead to us. We will forget her. Go home. Little Havala, I don't understand what's happening today. Everything is all a blur. All I can see is a happy child, the sweet little bird you were, Havala, Havala. Little bird, little Havala, you were always such a pretty little thing, everybody's favorite child. Gentle and kind and affectionate, the sweet little bird you were, Havala, Havala.
Papa? Papa, I'd like to talk to you. Papa, stop. Papa, at least listen to me. Papa, I beg you to accept us.
Accept them. How can I accept them? Can I deny everything I believe? On the other hand, can I deny my own child? On the other hand, how can I turn my back on my faith? My people? If I try to bend that far, I will break. On the other hand, there is no other hand. No, Chava. No. No.
Papa. Papa, please. Papa. Please don't go. Papa.
Golda, darling, I got the two boys I told you about, Golda. Here they are, wonderful boys, both learned boys, Golda, from good families, each of them a prize, a jewel. You couldn't do better for your girls, just right, from the top of the tree.
I don't know, Yenta. My girls are still so young.
What do they look like? Grandfathers? Meanwhile, they'll be engaged. Nothing to worry about later. Their future's all signed and sealed.
Which one for which one?
What's the difference? Take your pick.
I don't know, Yenta. I'll have to talk to Tevye about this. I mean, but he's inside. Why? Is there some trouble?
Go, call your father.
Go home. Tell your parents I'll talk to them.
What's the matter? Why are you all gathered around here like a bunch of goats? What's going on?
Have you talked to the constable yet today?
No. Why?
There are some rumors in town. We thought because you know him so well, maybe he told you what is true, what is not.
What rumors?
Someone from Zolda told me that there was an edict issued in Petrograd.
Welcome, Your Honor. What is the good news in the world?
I see you have company.
They are my friends.
It's just as well. But to say so there is also. Tevye, how much time do you need to sell your house and all your household goods?
Why should I sell my house? Is it in anybody's way?
I came here to tell you that you're going to have to leave Anatevka.
And how did I come to deserve such an honor?
It's not just you, but all of you.
What?
At first I thought you might be spared, Tevye, because of your daughter Hava.
My daughter is dead.
I understand. At any rate, it affects all of you. You have to leave.
But this corner of the world has always been our home. Why should we leave?
I don't know why. There's trouble in the world. Troublemakers.
Like us.
You aren't the only ones. All the villages must be empty. Zaladin, Rebelevka, the whole district must be empty. I have an order here. And it says you must sell your homes and be out of here in 3 days.
3 days? And you who have known us your whole life, you'd carry out this order.
I have nothing to do with this, don't you understand?
We understand.
And what if we refuse to go?
You will be forced out.
We will defend ourselves.
Fight!
Against our army, I wouldn't advise it.
I have some advice for you. Get off my land. This is still my home, my land. Get off my land.
You have 3 days.
After a lifetime, a piece of paper, get the out.
Maybe we should get together with the people of Zolda. Maybe they have a plan.
That's a good idea. We should defend ourselves. 9 for 9, 2 for 2. Yes!
Very good. That way the whole world would be blind and toothless.
Rabbi, we've been waiting for the Messiah all our lives. Wouldn't this be a good time for him to come?
We'll have to wait for him somewhere else. In the meanwhile, let's start packing.
He's right. I'll see you before I go. 3 days, everyone. 3 days.
I've over 100 bottles of vodka. What will I do with them?
Well, Anatevka hasn't been exactly the Garden of Eden.
That's true.
After all, what have we got here? A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A pot.
A pan. A broom.
A hat.
Someone should have set a match to this place long ago.
A bench.
A tree.
So what's a stove?
Or a house.
People have been through on a test car. Don't even know they've been here.
A stick of wood.
A piece of cloth.
What do we leave? Nothing much. Only Anatevka. 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 Underfed, overworked. Anatevka. Where else could Sabbath be so sweet?
It's just a place.
And our forefathers have been forced out of many, many places on short notice.
Maybe that's why we always wear our hats.
Where will we live in America?
With Uncle Abram. He doesn't know it yet.
I wish you and the baby would come with us.
We'll be staying in Warsaw until we have enough money to join you. Mottle, be careful with these. My mother and father, may they rest in peace, gave them to us on our wedding day. Come, children, help me finish packing in the house.
Golda, darling, I had to see you before I left because I have such news for you. Golda, darling, you remember yesterday? I told you I didn't know where to go, what to do with these old bones. Now I know. You want to hear? I'll tell you. All my life I've dreamed of going to one place. Now I'll walk, I'll crawl, I'll get there. Guess where? You'll never guess. Every year at Passover, what do we say? Next year in Jerusalem. Next year in the Holy Land.
You're going to the Holy Land.
You guessed! And you know why? In my sleep, my husband, my Aaron, came to me and said, Yenta, go to the Holy Land. Usually, of course, I wouldn't listen to him, because good as he was, too much brains he was not blessed with. But in my sleep, it's a sign, right? Of course, right. So somehow or other, I'll get to the Holy Land. And you want to know what I'll do there? I'm a matchmaker, no? I'll arrange marriages, yes. Children come from marriages, no? It's my mission, Golda, to help our people increase and multiply. So goodbye.
Goodbye, Yenta. Be well and go in peace.
Maybe next time we'll meet on happier occasions. Meanwhile, we suffer. We suffer. We suffer in silence, right? Of course, right.
We'll have to hurry, Golda. Come, Golda, we have to leave soon.
Leave. It sounds so easy.
We'll all be together. Mortal, Seitel, and the baby, they'll come too, you'll see. That Mortal is a person.
And Hoddle and Perchik, when will we ever see them?
Do they come visiting us from Siberia every Sabbath? You know what she writes. He sits in prison, and she works. And soon he shall be set free, and together they will turn the world upside down. She couldn't be happier, and the other children will be with us.
Not all.
All. Come, Goldie. We have to go.
I have to sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor?
I don't want to leave a dirty house.
Well, Tevye, I'm on my way.
Where are you going?
To Chicago, in America. My wife, Rumasera, may she rest in peace, has a brother there.
That's nice.
I hate him, but a relative is a relative. Goodbye, Tevye.
Seitel, are they finished inside?
Almost, Papa. Papa. Papa will see you.
I want him to. I want to say goodbye. He will not listen, but at least he will hear me. Maybe it would be better if I went silent.
Papa!
Papa? We came to say goodbye. We are also leaving this place. We are going to Krakow.
Yes, we are also moving. We cannot stay among such people who can do such things to others.
I wanted you to know that. Goodbye, Papa, Mama.
Some are driven away by edicts, others by silence. Come, Mama.
Goodbye, Hava. Yedka.
God be with you.
God be with you.
We will write to you in America if you like.
We will be staying with Uncle Abram.
Yes, Mama.
We will be staying with Uncle Abram. We will be staying with Uncle Abram. The whole world has to know our business.
Stop yelling and finish packing. We have a train to catch.
I don't need your advice, Golda. Seitel, don't forget the baby. Bielka, Sprinza. Never mind.
Goodbye, Papa. Goodbye, Montel.
Goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mortal. Work hard. Come to us soon.
I will, Reb Seitel. I promise I'll work very hard.
Golda, we can leave these pots.
No, we can't.
All right, we'll take them.
We're going on a train and a boat. We're going on a
Stop that! Be quiet. We're not even in America yet.
Come, children. Come.